Hi and welcome to the Aphrodite Hills Golf Resort here in Cyprus. My name is Chris Ryan and in today's video we're answering one of the questions that I get asked more commonly when I give golf lessons, and the question is, how do I start my downswing? Now this is a question, as I say, that lots of golfers come and ask me, and it's something that I do see golfers get wrong all too often. The backswing within reason, we can work with a few different positions, we can work with a few maybe idiosyncrasies, and we can iron those out in the downswing. So really starting the downswing in the right fashion is going to do two things. It's going to get the golf club into a good delivery position, and it's also going to initiate the power. So if we get the downswing wrong, the early part of the downswing, what are we going to find? Well, we're going to find that we haven't really created the desired moves to create speed, and we're going to find that the golf club's not quite in the right delivery position. That means that the last part of your downswing and through impact is going to be a little bit of a recovery process, and that's what we see all too often. Lots of things that happen at impact. So for many of you who feel that you have an early release this way, or maybe your arms tend to buckle through impact, or you'll find that you don't tend to pivot correctly, those all will affect where that ball goes. However, they're often sort of things that you're doing to fix something that happened incorrectly earlier in that downswing. So really starting the downswing is key, and making sure we do it in the right way. So we're going to go through a couple of ideas and a couple of things that you can focus on, which is hopefully going to help you. Now, the difficulty when practicing this is, as you can appreciate, the start of the downswing is over in such a quick time. So we need to break this down a little bit, and we need to do this in stages. So what we're going to do is really going to look at what the legs do and what their role is in this movement. So we're just going to assume that you have a fantastic backswing, and I'm sure you all have. The first thing I would like you to do is start to move your lead knee away from your trail knee. Now, for me, that's really important because a lot of golfers get told that their weight shift should start the downswing. They should start moving their weight onto their lead side. And whilst I don't necessarily disagree with that, what I will often see is a golfer gets to the top and the lead knee has moved inward slightly, which I'm absolutely fine with. That's a good move. But what they'll do is they'll try and shift the weight very quickly. And you'll notice there that that was my upper body that started that. I've definitely got some pressure onto my lead side, but my left knee hasn't really moved. I haven't really worked my legs correctly. So if that golfer was told to shift their pressure onto their lead side, then they've done it. That's correct. They've done what they're asked to do. However, we'd probably suggest that doesn't look quite right. So what I'd actually really like you to do is feel that from the top, your lead knee is beginning to work towards the target and around. So I feel now that if any pressure is on that left side, it's more on the inside of my left shoe. I want to feel that when I start, I work very quickly towards the outside of that left foot, to the point where I feel like I could almost lift up the inside. Now, these moves that I'm demonstrating here are potentially a little bit more extreme than we'd actually see in the golf swing, but just for highlighting it purposes. So, first thing you're going to do, you're going to get to the top and you're going to feel that your lead knee starts to work away from your trail knee. Now that movement will start to shift some pressure onto that left side. However, what we would tend to find is that the movement of that knee around and towards the target begins the process of opening up the hips. And this is something that I think many golfers could benefit from. All too often, when we look at the golf swing from a more down the line view, I will often see the golf club starting to come down without really the lower body beginning to rotate. Now, the other thing I would like you to try and do is to feel like as you're doing that, you're keeping your height, if not increasing the flex in your body. Now, if I increase the flex in my body, I'm going to show you that now, so I create more angles, my head will actually drop slightly. Now, if we look at the best golfers, and especially the golfers who hit the ball the great distances, the Rory McIlroys of the world, you will see a slight drop in the head. Now, I've never, in my coaching, told a golfer to drop their head. Never. However, when I get a golfer to perform some of the moves that I would like them to see, I often see the head go down a little bit. The poorer golfers that I tend to see, the ones who struggle with the delivery and the start to the downswing, will very often have the head already starting to move slightly away from the ground. And this is something I would like, to work on with most golfers. So we're going to go from the top. Lead knee is going to move around and you're going to feel, if anything, you start to increase the flex in your body. This would be basically what we're going to try and do in this little exercise. So as my lead knee moves around, it creates some pressure into my left side, but it starts my rotation and it allows me to feel like my upper body starts to move a little bit more down towards the golf ball. So, two things I want you to focus on really. I want you to focus on the lead knee and how that affects the lead hip. And I want you to focus on ensuring that you don't gain height too early in that downswing. If anything, a little bit more increase of flex in the body is actually going to be a good way for you to put some more pressure through the ground and actually to create some more speed through the impact area. So if you're struggling with the start to your downswing, you're not really sure what to do, there's a very, very good chance that you're falling into one of these categories where you're shifting across but not rotating. You may well be already beginning to gain height. All those things are going to make it very, very difficult to create a good, solid impact, and ultimately that's what's going to give you the better shots that you desire. So, if we just quickly look at face on, when I move my lead knee, there will be some bump towards the target with my hips. This is absolutely fine. I'm not asking you to rotate back on this side. I want you to feel like you shift some pressure, but you start with that knee and you increase the flex. Right, let me hit a shot into this hole. This is one of the par 3s on the back 9. It's playing pretty long today. It's getting close to 195 yards. So I've got my 6 iron and I'm pretty sure I'm going to need all of it today. So let's see if we can start that downswing in the right way. See if I can give myself a putt for birdie. Okay, just turning over a little bit, should catch a little bit of the green. Yeah, it's okay, left hand side, I might have just rolled into the fringe. So, start the downswing. As I say, it's such a common question that I get asked. Many golfers are never really too sure how to begin the process of the downswing. But if we can start the downswing correctly, we're going to find, hopefully, that we achieve a good delivery position, and in turn that's going to help us achieve some better impact conditions. So a couple of drills, focus on the lead knee and the hips and the body flex. Make sure you're not standing up or shifting pressure incorrectly, and hopefully you'll hit some better golf shots following a little bit of practice. Thank you for watching. Big thank you to Aphrodite Hills for hosting me here for a couple of days, and thank you to Golf Breaks for making this all happen. Very much appreciate your help. All the usual stuff is down below the video. There's a like button, there's a comments box, and there's also a link to subscribe if you're not already a subscriber of my channel. There's loads more videos coming each week, so just click on the link down there and you'll just get a notification each time I upload a video. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again soon.